pouring down, so I can't do one of those videos where I walk outside. But today I wanted to talk about the fire movement. And I don't see sometimes, like a couple years ago, I was seeing that the fire movement was all over the place, right? Social media was talking about it, society was talking about it, but lately it's been crickets. I don't know, has that trend died, or I don't know what's happened, but I don't see it anywhere around. And I'll give you my take on why that happens. But just in case you're not that familiar with the fire movement stands for financial independence, retire early. And that was a kind of a movement where people were saving and saving their money in order to basically retire early. So they went off what's called the so-called 4% rule, meaning you'd have to save a certain amount of money and only live off 4% of it, so that theoretically you would never run out of money. And how you would calculate that is just by working backwards. So let's say that you wanted to live off of $40,000 a year. The math works out so that you multiply that by 25, and that gets you your fire number. So 40,000 times 25 would be about $1 million. So theoretically, if you wanted to live off $40,000, you would need $1 million in savings, so that you could always withdraw 4% without depleting, or without dipping into the principal and decreasing it. And if you wanted to live off more than that, let's say 60,000, then 60,000 times 25 would be about $1.5 million saved and invested, so that you could safely withdraw 4% without running out. So that was, in a nutshell, what the fire movement was. And they made all kinds of little fire like little subtopics about the fire movement, like coast fire, barista fire. Like they like tailored it to all kinds of different people's situations. But that was the main that was kind of like the main goal. It was just finding a number that would give you the ability to just retire early and just live off of the interest that your investments made. And so but lately it's crickets, man. I don't know what happened, and if that movement was just a fad or a trend and it just completely died. My take on it is that the fire movement is hard. Like, people try to do it, and just like anything, like, if something is hard and slow and boring, humans, they're not programmed to do that. It's just most people don't have the capability to kind of persevere, to kind of push through, and to kind of just consistently take action, consistently just plow away at something, especially nowadays where, basically saving money is next to impossible. In our crazy world right now, where we got hyperinflation, we got things costing through the roof, gas, rent, groceries, bills, student loan payments, whatever the case may be. People are getting hit left and right, and most people who try to do fire have just been crushed, just been like steamrolled by how the economy is right now. And so that's my take on why the fire movement died. I don't see anything about it online or on the media, whereas just a couple years ago, that was all the rage, right? People would always be talking about it. I saw YouTube videos about it, TikToks, all kinds of things. But now I don't see a thing. But it's a shame, because I think the fire movement at least, like, kind of fueled the fire about finances and starting to think about finances, for kind of like younger folks to kind of uh, at least put like the seed in people's mind. And it's just because I think America, or the US in general, our system has just completely failed to teach people about finances, about saving money, about investing money, about retiring early, anything like this. And I I am not sure why. Like, I distinctly remember, you know, going back to high school where we would, I would try to just ask about finances with like, I remember like my financial, like an economics teacher, and then he would say something like, "Oh yeah, most people just rely on Social Security when they're retired," and I'm like, even back then, like that back then, that was when I was 17, 18 years old. Social Security was already running out. It was slowly running out. And so, oh, okay, by the way, Social Security is where it's a government program that every working adult pays into during their working years. And when you get older, I think it's like 62 or 65 years old, you're able to start tapping into social security. So the government basically will give you a little bit of money every single month. But what we're realizing is that Social Security is not that secure. I mean, as a whole bunch of the older folks, the baby boomers are retiring, that Social Security money is gonna get eaten up and soaked up. And you can Google all the stats about like Social Security money running out, not having enough money. And I yeah, like, I don't know why like talking about this kind of money is so taboo, and it's so like, just nobody talks about it. And it's like, why? I don't know. This is literally like your life. This is your retirement. Like, we're talking about your freedom. Like, we're talking about your financial independence. And it boggles my mind. It just shocks me. I decided at a young age that I'm not going to rely on anyone, and I'm not going to rely on the government to help me with this. And the Social Security thing is one thing. That's gonna run out, guys. Like, that is, if you're trying to rely on that, or if you're thinking that Social Security and the government's gonna take care of you, I don't know. Like, I got news for you. I don't think that's the path. I don't think that's the right path. And by the time like it comes around for us to retire, like, the younger folks, or the middle-aged folks, we're not gonna have enough money. You can just Google it. Like, Social Security money is running out. Like, there's definitely not going to be enough money. And if you constantly think that okay, the government is just gonna take care of me when I'm in my older ages, it's like, it's gonna be a rude wake-up call when that day comes. And it's crazy, man. Like, I think this is absolutely insane with how, like, everybody has credit card debt. People have a record amount of student loan debt. Nobody's gonna be able to retire. Like, people are going to have to be working literally till the day that they pass away, till the day that they die. And I just wanted to kind of just create a community where we can actually talk about these things, and where it's not a taboo subject. We have to just get over that. I don't know who started that uncomfortability in the first place, but this is so important. And if the fire movement is really dead, I hope that something new or another trend comes in and takes over, because it'll get people talking about finances again and about money, and hopefully it'll spark people to take action and find a way to be more disciplined. And I I I mean, I'm sure about this. The fire movement died because it was just simply too hard for people to achieve, especially nowadays with making it basically impossible to save money. But I, you know, these conversations need to be had. We are literally talking about people's lives, people's freedoms, people's independence here. Um, yeah, so I'll probably have a lot more to say about this in upcoming videos. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys for listening, commenting. I really read all of your guys' comments, and it's so inspiring to hear from you guys. And thank you guys for the encouragement. I'll see you guys in the next video.